Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So what I want to start doing is covering a few different series, starting with New Ultimates, then we'll kind of see where it goes from there. I will be continuing to do more Ultimate X as well, because those issues were a lot of fun and they tie in together because it's the same universe. But I also want to do New Ultimates because the new films are taking a lot from the different universes and putting them all into one, and I've seen a lot of teasers come from Ultimate X as well too, so I figured, hey, why not just throw it in there. And I'm sure you guys will love it because some very familiar faces that we've introduced recently will be popping up in this series. Check it out. Alright, so in this issue, we start off 8 months after the Ultimatum Wave event, and the city's still torn apart, and you got Hawkeye just sitting on the roof, just getting some alone time, and he's really just taking the time to mourn because his son would have turned 8 today, but he was killed along with the rest of his family because there was a mole within the Ultimates that had compromised their identity and location. And come to find out, it was Black Widow. But that's another story for another time. Just leave the comments below if you want me to cover that one too. But Tony comes to the rooftop mainly to check on Clint, offer him a drink, just make sure he's okay. But Clint turns it down. He tells Tony, we're different. You like to drink your problems away, but I'd rather bury myself in work. And Clint starts to go in here. Like, he throws Tony's alcohol problem like right in his face. And he says on top of that, like, this whole team is screwed up. And from here, he just starts going down the list like individually about everything. He mentions how they lost the twins and Quicksilver's pretty much taking Magneto's place. He says Hulk is no good to us, and it's probably because Zarda put that thing on him. And Thor's been missing for months now at this point, and Valkyrie just won't stop talking about it. But keep that in mind because that's going to come back in just a minute. But as soon as Tony starts to tell Clint how he still believes in the Ultimates and how everybody should stick together, they end up getting flanked by the Defenders. Okay, now, so up until this point, this version of the Defenders, they were just guys who dressed up like heroes and try to just look like it just to get notoriety. But after making a deal with Loki, they ended up getting powers for real. And Hawkeye's reaction is hilarious. He's like, the Defenders? Oh, y'all those losers that Hank Pym was hanging out with for a little bit. Because for those who don't know, Hank Pym did join these Defenders, but they only had like one mission together. Because Hank Pym, who was trying to stay low-key, ended up getting exposed and having his identity revealed, I think, by Valkyrie. So like right after that, he's like, I'm done with these dudes. But just as an honorable mention, probably the only two out of these group that most people will recognize are the two that are on Netflix, which is Hellcat and Luke Cage. Hellcat was Jessica Jones' best friend, played by Rachel Taylor. She just wasn't Hellcat yet at the time of this video going up. But I want to say she'll be taking on the role in season 2 or something like that. But we'll see soon enough. But at this point, Tony and Clint finally get some backup. And that's when we get Zarda, Captain America, and Valkyrie showing up to throw some hands. And it's funny to me how when they come to help, Zarda's like, I'll take the Black Hulk. And I'm sure she will. We already know that's her type. And I'll leave a link below for her, air quotes, taking Grey Hulk in the last video. But at this point in the battle, you can tell they have all the intentions of showing some badassery and showing their moves and what they can do to the Ultimates, because they still idolize them and they kind of want to show them their new powers and what they're capable of now. But in all honesty, with Cap, Valkyrie, and Zarda there now, they really can't take all of them, so they gotta wrap it up quick. And Damon realizes that, so he approaches Valkyrie to provoke her because she's wielding Mjolnir right now, and he just wants her to attack him. And aside from that, his team really can't take this beating that much longer, so he does have to end it quick and get them out of there. And man, does she fall for it, because Damon immediately traps Mjolnir and makes a portal for them to escape out of, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And at this point, just watching this happen, Valkyrie is like devastated because she has strong feelings for Thor and she feels like she just blew her only chance to save a man. But meanwhile in Valhalla, Thor is still trapped here by Hela, who's made him fight a whole army of undead soldiers, and she's not going to let him return back to Valkyrie, not until she gets what she wants. And she wants an heir, a son to be specific. So Thor's pretty much stuck in this predicament to like, the only way he can get back to his love is he got to hit that. So, he does what any man who loves his girl would do. And of course, I'm sure he's thinking of Valkyrie the whole time because he's not like some kind of jerk, you know what I'm saying? But back at Ultimate's headquarters, Carol Danvers and Tony Stark are looking at all this news and media that's popping up. And Tony's heated, mainly because the Defenders that they got attacked by supposedly had no powers, according to Carol Danvers' intel. But that's when she drops the bomb on him and lets him know that one of the guys on the Defenders is actually an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the whole time they're having this argument, it's more so for show than it is for anything else. Like both of them being like dead in each other's face, Tony giving her the finger, all of that. Although I will say some personal things kind of come out when Carol brings up his drinking problem as well. And in the back of Tony's mind, he's thinking, well, I think I handled it well when I found out Natasha was a traitor. It's not like I drank myself to death. And as Zarda and Cap are watching, he's like, those two hate each other. And Zarda's like, that's not what I see. So Cap's like, well, tell me what you do see. So then she's like, follow me back to my quarters and I'll show you how I see it. But Cap goes left when he should have ran right, talking about how she called him a coward and really just living in the past, man. Let it go. But he moves on to interrogate Valkyrie because he feels like she got some more information to share about the Defenders that she's not giving up. So meanwhile in Central Park, Kazar and Shayna are just taking a stroll. And T'Challa's also with them, stunting with a couple tigers because you know how he do, he the king. But this peaceful moment is shortly lived when Shayna notices a peculiar drop in temperature, which happens to be Loki invading with Amora. And the first thing they're thinking is last time he was here, he nearly killed off all the Ultimates. So you know it's about to go down. And we cut back to Tony Stark, who's over here getting hot and steamy with a particular blonde he has in his bed. And we don't see her face for a little bit, but we are soon to find out that it is, yep, you guessed it, Colonel Danvers. Alright guys, well that'll do it for this one. Be sure to subscribe to catch a continuation of this series, plus more of the Ultimate X issues as well. And leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the storyline. I think Jeff Loeb is doing some awesome character development here. Like always guys, I got links up for related videos. Smash that like button and we'll do it again next time. Alright, later.